How about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid earned that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah,
Come on! What's wrong with you?
Being a man used to be simpler. You guard the cave, provide sustenance, honor thy name. A handshake sealed the deal, and a word was a promise. Today, things are a bit more complicated. We try to impress people we don't know by acquiring things we don't need. We have friends lists, but few real friendships. Things like integrity and kindness have fallen by the wayside. How can we know if we measure up when the scale is constantly changing? The Freemasons believe that a man's job is to be the best version of himself possible, to pursue truth and self-discovery. You give more and take less. We connect with our fellow man so that we may learn from each other, to challenge one another to live up to our highest ideals. We believe a man should be judged by his strength of character, his willingness to make sacrifices to improve both himself and the lives of those around him. For hundreds of years, the Freemasons have helped men find more meaning, to make connections with other men in a way that truly matters. For those seeking a deeper sense of purpose, a chance to make lasting friendships. To reach higher, to find more.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
From Andrew Smith Court here at Covenant Christian High School on the west side of Indianapolis. Welcome to IndianaSRN coverage of IHSAA Volleyball. Alongside Eric Eaton, I'm Kurt Darling. Thank you for joining us here tonight. It should be a good Circle City Conference match here, the second for each of these teams coming into tonight's contest, as the Covenant Christian Warriors are going to try and get to 500 on the season to get their fourth win of the season. Meanwhile, Heritage Christian having a rough start to the year. They're looking for only their second win of the season coming into tonight. Eric, good to be with you here once again. Should be good in for some good high school volleyball action here tonight.
Absolutely, Kurt, good to be with you as well. And these are two clubs that know each other pretty well. They've already played each other earlier this season here in the tournament here at Covenant Christian back on August 21st, I believe that was. And Covenant came away with a hard-fought three-set victory in that one. It was a tournament, so they're only playing 3 sets, but they were able to pull it out 17-15 in the third. So both teams know each other well, and so we'll have to factor that in to this match tonight. How will they deceive each other, having played each other earlier this year? So the coaches will have to go deep into their hat to try and pull out some new tricks in this one. And Covenant Christian may be a little more rested. They haven't played since last Thursday. On the other hand, Heritage Christian played last night against a very good Tri-West Bruin team at home and were defeated in 3 sets. So their focus was probably on that match, while Covenant Christian has spent the last 3 or 4 days specifically preparing for Heritage Christian here tonight.
You mentioned how these two teams know each other very, very well. Taking a look at the recent series between these two squads, Heritage Christian leads the series over the last 10 years, 7 matches to 4, so that's 4 matches to 7 in Covenant Christian's side of the aisle there. But nonetheless, you take a look at Covenant Christian here. They've already won 75% of the games that they won last year. They went 4-18 last year. They are now 3-4 this year. So needless to say, it's an improved start for this Warrior squad coming into tonight.
It has been, and they made a coaching change in the offseason. Marlena Stroud now is coaching the team in her first season. She came over from Danville, where she coached the junior varsity team there. And whatever she's brought in, it's working so far. She's got a pretty good veteran squad. They brought back a lot of returning talent from last year's team, and so far they're playing very well in her system here in the first season under her direction.
And you mentioned a lot of talent coming back. Actually, Heritage Christian does have a lot of talent coming back. They have 7 seniors on this roster, but nonetheless, they just haven't really been able to gel like last year's team was able to.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing for Heritage Christian. When they were ranked number 1 in 2A most of the season last year, they had 10 seniors on that team. They graduated 10 seniors. They bring back 7 seniors this year, and you would think, well, that ought to be a major plus for them. As you said, so far they haven't really been able to get everything together on the same page all at one match to be able to produce a great victory. Maybe they do that tonight here against Covenant Christian in a team that they know very well in their own conference.
Kyla Thomas in her 3rd season as the head coach of the Eagles with a record of 65-13. That is a very, very good record for a third-year head coach here for the Heritage Christian Eagles. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, more pregame coverage of tonight's coverage here of IHSAA Volleyball here on IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back at Covenant Christian High School here on IndianaSRN, the Covenant Christian Warriors playing host to the Eagles of Heritage Christian and IHSAA volleyball action here on a Tuesday night on the west side of Indianapolis. I'm Kurt Darling alongside Eric Eaton. So, Eric, we did a little bit of a debrief there in our first segment of just how these two teams got here, but let's delve into a little bit deeper into both of these rosters. Heritage Christian, as we talked about, bringing back some pretty capable talent and 7 seniors, but one of those seniors is Amaya Lowry, who was probably a really, really big factor in last year's team, who actually had a breakout season last year for the Eagles.
Absolutely. Amaya had a great season last year. She is the leading attacker coming back from last year's team's 26 kills she had last year. and she's off to a good start here again this year, and she's looking to build on that for her campaign last year, and looks for another solid good match here tonight.
Then also you have Kendall Hickey, the junior, who was actually the leading server from a year ago. Definitely looking to get some offensive production generated from her here tonight.
Yeah, 52 digs last year for Kendall, which is a great season defensively, and had actually just had one receive error the entire season last year while averaging 19 serve receptions per game. That is pretty amazing stat there.
Yeah, definitely. And then on the other side, Covenant Christian, a little bit younger but still bringing back some capable talent in their own right. Bella Dart going to be the second, who is second in kills this year. She has 8 kills so far this year, but still you have some younger talent coming up here on both Danielle Newport and Evie Dart.
Yeah, and you're gonna pay attention to the block tonight for Covenant Christian. You have 2 players last year, and we'll talk a little bit about this a little bit more when we get the keys to the match. But Evie Dart, along with Sarah Brew, averaging almost 2 blocks a match last year, and so they're going to be look for them on the front row tonight defensively.
And so, from a coaching perspective, Eric, obviously, if you're Kyla Thomas, you come into a pretty good gig. 3 years ago, you inherit a really, really talented team that went all the way to the state championship, and then the next year you go to the state semi-state. Now, how do you kind of approach it this year, knowing that you don't exactly have that talent pool that you had a couple years ago?
Well, I think the way they approach it now is having got off to a 1-6 record on the season, Kurt, is they've got to take it kind of step by step. They got to look to build on certain parts of maybe a game set. And move on to the next game. I think if you're Coach Thomas, I think what you look to build on from the loss last night to Tri-West is you played them extremely well in that opening set last night. You dropped 27-25. You say, hey, we played a top 5 team in the polls, 3A polls here in the state of Indiana, wire to wire in that first set. Let's build on that. Let's come out and play that opening set here like that we did last night here against Covenant Christian, and maybe we get that first set here tonight.
Then we'd mention Marlena Stroud on the other side of the bench here in her first season as the head coach of Covenant Christian. As you said, coming from Danville, where she was an assistant coach. Graduate of Plainfield High School, also went to Anderson University, inheriting a 4-18 squad from a year ago. But this is also a very storied program in their own right in Covenant Christian, having gone to the girls volleyball state runners-up in Class 2A back in 2016.
Yeah, they did. They had a good program under their former coach, and as you said, got to the state championship game. They come back this year with 4 seniors and 2 juniors, so they have a lot of upper class leadership on this team for Coach Marlena Stroud, and I think they're leaning on that here early on, getting off to a 3-4 start. We'll see how that parlays into the rest of the season.
Their best record in the span under their previous regime was back in 2017 when they went 35-2. Making it to the semi-state where they lost to Christian Academy, but of course that was the year after they were the state runners-up where they lost to a really talented Wapahani team back in that. All right, so it should be a good matchup here tonight. Eric, as we get closer to the national anthem and other starting lineups and other pregame ceremonies continuing on here at Covenant Christian High School here above Andrew Smith Court, it should be a good matchup here tonight between the Covenant Christian Warriors and the Eagles of Heritage Christian. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the expressed written consent and permission of the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. Once again, I'm Kurt Darling with Eric Eaton, bringing you live coverage here of IHSAA girls volleyball action here on IndianaSRN. And you can catch a lot of other action, of course, as well here on IndianaSRN, as we'll be having a football coverage here later on this Friday night. Plenty of games to talk about. You can catch all of that action right over on IndianaSRN.com. As we meet here, see the players come out here for the opening ceremonies. Again, here, Eric, it's kind of an odd thing. You'll see some differences here as, of course, still dealing with the coronavirus pandemic. You won't see the traditional handshake, but, if you're a coach, how do you continue to keep coaching through extenuating circumstances like that?
Well, I think they obviously had an opportunity last year to do it for the whole season, and so the players, unless they're freshmen, are probably adjusted to that. It is a little different, not shaking your opponent's hand. You're not changing sides like he's usually accustomed to volleyball, but they've been through it before, so I think at this point it's sad to say, but it's probably pretty much norm.
It's sad to say, but nonetheless, we keep pressing on here. Of course, it's good to be back here on site here at Covenant Christian High School because it's always good. In fact, you know, the last game I did with you actually was back at Heritage Christian High School a year ago when they were playing Franklin Central, and then every other time at that we were either off-site or doing it remote broadcast. But either way, it's good to be back here on site, definitely.
It is. It's a great. Volleyball is one of those sports where you really want to be on site because the enthusiasm is just so terrific.
Indeed it is. You see a lot of intensity as well. In fact, before we actually took the air, we almost caught the action before we were able to come onto the air here, but it was something unique that I haven't seen before. A volleyball team getting pumped up by basically hosting a rave/dance party back on the other side, back on the left or the right baseline is certainly interesting. It's amazing you see the different ways that these teams get pumped up for these matches.
Yeah, I mean, I've covered volleyball almost at every level, and it's just amazing how the players and the fans, the creativity is really second to none in volleyball. and
that comes into a little bit of play here. Is like, you know, a lot of people who don't follow volleyball all that closely don't realize how creative a sport it can actually be, and that there's actually a lot more going on the court than just hitting a ball over a net.
Yeah, it really is. And one of the things that a lot of people aren't, you know, all that familiar with is it takes a lot of practice to get that timing down, you know, from the reception to getting the ball to the setter to the hitter. It looks so easy, but it is not that easy at all. Go out and try it and see how difficult it is.
And so how do you, if you're a coach, like how do you teach somebody that? How do you just make sure you get that down? What's some of the stuff that you do to put your players through to make sure you get that timing down?
Well, a lot of times what things coaches will practice with is that the player will actually take a ball and set off the wall, hit off the wall, and do that over and over and over. Repetition is the key to anything in volleyball, just doing the same thing over and over. That's how you get into the rhythm. You know, I saw when I was at Ball State, the coach, they would literally go back and they'd have to do 100 consecutive serves without an error. At the minute they missed one of them, they would stop and run wind sprints.
Oh, wow. So it's like missing a free throw in basketball, basically.
Yep.
You have to make them all, otherwise you just start all over. It's definitely interesting. You got to love the sport of volleyball. Of course, our officials tonight are David Priest and Scott Wilson of the IHSAA, right there at midcourt, as they will be giving the officiating calls for tonight's contest. And you'll be seeing them as well as we play the best of 5 sets. First team to 3 wins will take the win in tonight's match, hoping to try and get it here tonight and improving on and going for the rest of the season. We'll take a quick timeout. Don't go anywhere. Opening serve coming up next here on IndianaSRN.
What's the number one misconception you think about Freemasonry?
Well, I think most people just think of Freemasonry as some kind of secret society, and you know, you go with you know, some of the rumors out there and so on, and they really don't understand who we are. They don't understand that we are a fraternity of brothers first, and our obligation is to take care of each other and our widows and orphans, etc., within our group. They don't understand what the fraternity part of Freemasonry really is, and that's the misconception that's out there. I think first and foremost of anyone that wants to join Freemasonry, I'd like them to know that it's really not a secret society. You may say it's a society with a secret because we have some handshakes and some passwords that you could easily find down in a library if you get the right book. Freemasonry is more, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, it's a way of sharing common thoughts and everything with people of all different vocations that really understand of getting together on the level. Whether you're a judge or a police officer or a janitor, you're all on the same level when you're in a Masonic lodge room. And I think that's one of the greatest things, that you can sit with people of all vocations, but you have that certain thing in common, that you're all brothers.
Getting set for action here at Covenant Christian High School, high above Andrew Smith Court alongside Eric Eaton. I'm Kurt Darling, and here we go for the first of best of 5 games here and tonight for tonight's match between the Eagles and the Warriors. So the Eagles looking for their second win of the season. The Warriors looking for their fourth to try and get back to 500 on the year as we progress through this fall season. Eric Eaton, your keys to the contest for each team to be successful here this evening.
Well, we take a look first with the visitors from Heritage Christian. I think first thing they need to do is they need to have a solid effort tonight in the serve reception. They came in to last night's match with a hitting percentage of below 100 on the season and had the errors have been a problem in the attack this year. So they need a good solid serve reception off the serve, get that ball to the setter, and get them a great opportunity to get a nice clean attack here tonight early in this match.
So both teams getting set to go here as you see Kendall Hickey being the libero for the Eagles. Meanwhile, it will be Abby Langford wearing the libero jersey for the Warriors in this contest. And Eric, could you explain what the libero's duties are for people who may not be familiar?
The libero is a back row player. They stay in the back row. They're not allowed to attack the ball, and primarily they're a defensive player.
First attack not over the net there for the Heritage Christian Eagles, and the first point goes into the hands of Covenant Christian.
So an early attack here for Heritage Christian. And the key for Covenant Christian tonight, we kind of talked about, it was Evie Dart and Sarah Brew. Good blockers. They need to have a good attack on the block here tonight.
Abandoning the attack there are the Eagles. On the other side, just floating it over the net are the Warriors. Can't get it back over there as Evie Dart got a hand on it. There's a big slap, and it goes up into the rafters, and somehow the Eagles save the attack. And now here come the Warriors, and Dart puts it right into the block, and it falls on just the right side of the net. Point to the Warriors. So Evie Dart, 14 kills so far this season for the sophomore. And there's an ace on the other side for Katie Nodder, who is serving for the Warriors.
A good solid ace there for Nodder, and there's that serve reception that we talked about is a key. They were not able to get the ball to the setter there.
And put down another ace for Nodder as well. Back-to-back aces makes the score 4-0 in favor of Covenant Christian as they set the tone early against the Eagles. And make it ace number 3 for Nodder. How often do you see triple aces?
Quite a start for her with 3 consecutive aces here.
As you see, a timeout early called by Coach Kyla Thomas. Probably well advised there as we'll take a quick timeout. Back in a minute on IndianaSRN.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Be sure to go to IndianaSRN.org, but also check out our YouTube page and subscribe to all the content on demand today that you can get from volleyball, soccer, football, and much more. Go to the youtube.com at IndianaSRN and click the red subscribe button. With Kurt Darling, I'm Kurt Darling with Eric Eaton as we get back into the action out of the Heritage Christian timeout, and the Eagles desperate to try and get a point here after the early rally from the Warriors, and they continue the rally right there as the block goes out of bounds and point to the Warriors.
A terrific start for them here tonight, 6-0 the lead.
So the early timeout from Heritage Christian just trying to get settled down here as there's the first legitimate attack from Macy Ward of the Eagles. It doesn't fall as we have a whistle, and they're going to say it was a net violation on Heritage Christian, and that is now a 7-0 advantage early here for Covenant.
By the way, officials tonight here, Kurt Scott Wilson, we've got Scott down on the floor, and David Priest up in the chair.
And that was nearly an ace for Nodder again. And there's a hard block at the net, and there's a kill in the books. And give that one to Bella Dart, the senior and the older sister of Evie Dart.
Actually, it's the other way around. We've got David Priest on the floor and Scott Wilson on the chair.
Nodder keeping the serve alive, and a good dig there by Nodder. Floating it over the net. Hickey saves it for Heritage. Goes up, and finally Heritage Christian catches a break as they break an 8-0 rally for Covenant, and they finally get the serve back.
Well, it was definitely the start that Covenant wanted here tonight, to get off to a strong start against a team that was coming in off a loss last night, and they've done that. Now Heritage needs to respond.
Macy Ward with the serve. And there's a hard attack there by Bella Dart, and give another kill to her.
I've got her with 3 already here in this match.
So 3 kills already for Bella Dart, along with 3 aces for Katie Nodder. The offense is flowing right now for the Warriors. Hard block again there at the net by the Warriors, and on that one was Evie Dart, the sophomore. And the long bump over the net. And there's a good just scoot over the net by Bella Winya.
And great job there by Winya to go off speed on that. Found the middle of the floor, no one there in that particular part of the court, and it's 9-2.
So Heritage Christian starting to feel a little bit of rhythm here on offense as they get 2 points late in this one. And put down another ace as finally Heritage Christian is showing some signs of life.
A little serve reception problem there for Covenant Christian, and Bella Dart not able to get that pass to the setter. It went out of bounds, and so now Heritage Christian strings together a couple points.
That's Winya's 7th ace of the season. That time the serve goes out of bounds. And needless to say, Eric, as you mentioned earlier, that would mean wind sprints in practice. 10-3 advantage here for Covenant. Evie Dart with the hard serve over the net. And to give the points there to Elena Schultz, who just scoots it over the net.
Got up over top of the block there and just got it right over the net there to get that kill for Heritage Christian.
See a few substitutions now for Heritage Christian as you see Caitlin Cook, the junior, checking into the ball game. She will be giving the serve. As you see the replay there on that. Nifty point there from Schultz. Out of bounds just a little bit on the attack, but a nice effort there as it looked like that came off the hands of Katie Nodder.
It did. She wasn't able to snap that wrist down hard enough to keep it in play.
Caitlin Cook gets it over the net. And just trying to scoot there is Brew. Can't get that to fall. Heritage returns it, and there's a hard one into the face of Savannah Scholl, and give the point to Covenant.
Danielle Newport, number 3 on that attack and kill there. That was one of our more powerful kills to this point in this match.
So Katie Jellin on the serve, but that will be her only serve of this one so far, as once again Elena Schultz is able to beat the block right there at the net.
Hit it off the hands of the blocker and put it in play for a second kill for her.
So Carly Minitel into the ball game now as she will put the serve in play. And that attack doesn't go anywhere. It goes into the net for Bella Dart. So the return error gives a point again to Heritage Christian, who have now cut it to a 4-point deficit in this contest.
And they're rattling back right now. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going here.
Quick serve just slips over the net and give the ace to Carly Minitel, the sophomore, getting her 5th ace of the season.
Yeah, great serve right there. Really nothing that Covenant could do to keep that in play.
She just gets it over the net yet again. And a little fake out attempt there from Newport is easily read there by Heritage. Jellin gets it across court to Newport. Block off of Elena Schultz. Gets a little help from Hannah Cook as well.
Yeah, Schultz now making her presence known here in this match of late. Got a couple kills and a block of late as Heritage just crawled to within 2.
And it's kind of surprising, blocking has definitely been a little bit of an issue for Heritage this season. That's only her 4th block of the season, 7 games in now. Kill attempt from Newport, easily dug there and back there by Minitel. And now they're going to say the ball went out of play as it did not travel on the right side of the antenna, so it goes out of play and a point to Covenant.
Yeah, great effort there by Hickey on that dig, the libero player, but it does end up going out of bounds.
So Danielle Newport serving for the first time this evening. Nearly aced there off of the dig, and Heritage is able to save it. Newport, big dig in the backcourt there by Heritage. Setting it up again, the fake out from Nodder. Red, some quick attacks here as Heritage will finally reap the rewards of an error on the other side by Covenant.
Yeah, great job right now by the libero player for Heritage, Christian Kendall Hickey. Doing a great job back there. She's going to go back to serve right now on the digs. She's been digging everything.
And so it'll be Hickey to serve. And we've got a violation of some sort here on Heritage Christian. Looked like they may not have rotated properly or something to that effect. Either way, it is a point to Covenant Christian. So now the libero and Langford on the other side has the serve. And there's a hard attack from Ward. It's dug by Langford. And Covenant able to save it as Newport just scoots it over the net. Nodder tries it herself. There's an attack from Hickey. Dug in the backcourt by Newport, and it just scrapes the line on the other side. What an attack there. Looked like that was Bella Dart with the kill.
And for Bella, that's her 4th kill of this opening set.
Well played there by the Warriors. 14-10 your score. The first to 25 wins the ball game, and you have to win by 2. And there is a response from Macy Ward, getting her first kill of the night as it just scoots inside the back corner.
Cross-court angle there deep into the corner, painted the line for the kill for Heritage.
Literally used all of the real estate possible right there to get that kill. And so now you have Katie McCloskey on the court now. She only has 1 ace all season. And there is a big kill for Covenant Christian.
And Evie Dart on that kill there. There was no block by Heritage on that attack. A great quick set by Covenant to get that kill.
So Katie Nodder back again for the serve. She had that 8-point rally earlier on in this game. Bella Dart with authority, but right there on the dig is Carly Minitel. But right there on the other side is the other Dart sister, Evie Dart. She gets her 2nd kill of the night.
Well, she's starting to get involved now here in the middle stages of this opening set as Covenant builds back up to a 5-point lead now.
That's now 16 kills on the season for Evie Dart. And coming into this contest, she was hitting 27% of her kill attempts. Meanwhile, there's a point on the other side. Looks like they're going to get Olivia Endress, I believe, with that point.
Went off speed on that one and just barely cleared it over the net and hit in the middle of the front row for that kill.
So give the kill to Olivia Endress, who comes off the bench for Heritage. And there's a let. It just touched the net, and that will go down as an ace.
Macy Ward with the ace. And so far, Heritage Christian here, Kurt, has done a good job of battling back. They've gotten down 4 or 5 points several times here and have come back.
And it shows you that resolve that they had against Tri-West just a couple of nights ago as they get another point. After a slow start, Heritage Christian has now cut this game to just 2 points.
Now the question is, can they get over the hump here and grab the lead here in this set?
And the attack goes long for Bella Dart on the other side of the court. It's now 16-15, a 1-point deficit now for Heritage. Macy Ward looking for the tying point here. Instead, keeps Covenant in the lead by 2, 17-15.
Well, just as they had a chance to draw even, they committed a service error, and now perhaps Covenant will have a chance to regain some of that momentum.
And I'm sure as a player, it's probably the most frustrating thing to put a serve into the net like that. Heritage saves it. Setting it up. Newport can't get anything solid on that one. Instead, the solid hit from Bella Winya gives her a kill.
Bella with her second kill of this opening set.
Her first kill of the night, at least on my scoring. I'm sure your scoring is better than mine, but either way, she came into the night with 31 kills on the season. Believe it or not, she's hitting 43% of her attacks. That's a pretty good stat in her own right.
Well, that's really good. We get another point here for Heritage.
And that is the tying point now as Heritage tries to get the go-ahead run here with Bella Winya serving. Newport gets the block there at the net, does Schultz. Trying to scoot it along the net to the other side was Olivia Endress. Instead, it goes out of play, and Covenant regains the lead for the moment.
That was a difficult angle there. She probably would have just been better off to just do a classic attack there and just try and keep that in play.
Endress. There's a dig on the other side by Nodder. Newport blocked up top by Schultz. Schultz again with the scooter. Instead, Nodder has the easy play on it. And there is Newport with the kill and some authority. Her second of the night.
Yep, indeed, the second kill of the night for Newport. And now Covenant trying to stretch this lead back out a little bit after Heritage had drawn even.
Again playing to 25 points. And the team must win by 2. As Evie Darts gets the shot up, and it's going to be the double hit on Heritage Christian, gives the point to Covenant.
A double hit right there, a costly error right there, and that's going to result in a timeout for Heritage Christian.
We'll be back in a minute here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Right back to the action out of the timeout, and Heritage Christian with a nifty save to keep this rally alive as Covenant Christian has the serve, but there is a big kill with authority again from Bella Darts, and by my count here, Eric, that is her 5th of the night.
And that's what I have her for, but that was a great play there defensively by Lowry of Heritage Christian to keep a ball alive, but Covenant ended up getting the kill.
Haven't heard a lot from Amaya Lowry here tonight, as she's one of the leading players coming back on this team from a year ago, as Heritage Christian gets a big assist there from Elena Schultz.
Yeah, just a tip kill there for Schultz, and really wasn't that well disguised. It looked like Covenant could have seen that coming, but they weren't able to cover it.
Just catching them a little bit on their heels there, I'd say. So Caitlin Cook on now to serve for Heritage. And instead puts it into the net and gives a 4-point advantage now to Covenant Christian. And at this point of the game here, Eric, that's not exactly a time to be committing a service error.
No, because if we've seen that Covenant's gone on some runs with some aces earlier, if they get one right here, they might be able to take this opening set.
Here's Schultz, and the scooter yet again gives her another kill. That seems to be her play, just kind of tapping it and just floating it over the net like that.
Covenant's going to have to make an adjustment on that because that's 2 times in a row where she's had that little tip for a kill. Maybe one time you can get fooled on it, but not twice in a row.
So give the serve now to Carly Minitel, who sends that one long again. So back-to-back service errors and some missed opportunities here from Heritage to try and knock this thing up. Danielle Newport, the junior, just scoots it over the net. Cross court, blocked at the net. They're actually going to say 4 hits, I guess, on Heritage Christian. It's amazing how quickly that the referees are able to see those quick 4 hits.
Yep, they didn't clear the net, so that would be a 4 hit.
And instead, serving game point. That one goes into the net for Covenant, and it's now a 4-point ball game again. So Heritage Christian with a chance to keep this one alive. They need 6 points in a row to win it. Dig in the backcourt by Hickey. Setting up cross court to Dart, and it gets out of play, and the block out of bounds will give game 1 to Covenant Christian as they take the 1-0 lead going into game number 2. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, second game coming at you next here on IndianaSRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
After one game here at Covenant Christian High School, the Warriors have the advantage over Heritage Christian in this IHSAA volleyball contest. With Eric Eaton, I'm Kurt Darling. Eric, your thoughts from game number 1?
Well, it was certainly a game of runs, as volleyball tends to be at times. Covenant got off to the great start. I think it was 8-0, and then Heritage came back to draw even, and then a late run by Covenant, particularly from Bella Dart, some success late in that set. Covenant was able to pull that first set out here at home.
And it's amazing, we talked about in pregame how Heritage they've been able to show some resiliency in spite of the fact that they're only 1-5 coming into this contest, but you certainly saw that in how they were able to claw it back to at least a tie ball game in that first contest.
Yeah, and so I think the key here is how they're going to start the second set. They were close again in that opening set, but weren't able to get it. They need to keep their heads up and play intense here to start the second set.
Some heads-up play there at the net by Heritage Christian, and certainly by Covenant as well, as 3 blocks in a row. Covenant's able to keep it alive, and we finally have a whistle. Looks like a net violation on Covenant Christian, and the opening point of game number 2 goes to Heritage Christian. So a swing in the right direction for the Eagles here to start this second game.
Get the lead here, and we'll see if they can keep the momentum rolling.
And there was an attack with authority from Dart, but it's easily blocked there at the net with some help from Bella Winya. And they're playing right at the net here as Covenant's able to scoot it over the net there. It looks like that was Katie Nodder in on that attack.
Yeah, set that ball over the net there for the kill. The coach I used to work with at Lafayette, Jeff, called that a go ball, and it gets a kill there.
Why is it called a go ball exactly?
I have no idea. I never asked him.
There's an ace down in the books yet again for, once again, Katie Nodder, her 4th of the night. Of course, she had that string of 3 aces in a row in that opening rally in game number 1 where they went up by as many as 8-0. Cross court, setting it up. Heritage Christian, the long attack from Olivia Endress just goes out of play. So Olivia Endress, the junior, getting a lot of minutes here tonight. She has not played a whole lot of sets so far this season. Attack at the net there by Winya, and give a point to her going up against the block there of Evie Dart with a little bit of help from Langford. So Macy Ward, second time serving tonight. Just scoots it over the net. Nodder setting up Dart. Puts it off of the block from Heritage. Big dig in the backcourt by Newport. Just scooting on the outside of the line, and that was awfully, awfully close. Some of the Heritage Christian fans are not too particularly happy with that call right here. We'll take a look at the replay. That looked awfully, awfully close there, Eric.
Yeah, that maybe just caught a little bit of the line. I think the Heritage Christian folks over on the far sideline, though, might have had a little bit of gripe on that one.
Maybe a little bit of ball don't lie on that serve right there as it goes out of play. 4-3 in favor of Covenant Christian now as Heritage gets the serve back. And they say this a lot in football. It's a game of inches. Well, seems sometimes volleyball is a game of millimeters.
Yeah.
At sometimes. Newport. That one goes out of bounds there. So the point ties it up yet again for Heritage.
Some of these attacks for Covenant Christian here to start the second set have been a little long, and Heritage is taking advantage, and they stay even right now.
Hard serve there from Winya. At the net, blocked up and batted, and it's going to fall just in favor of Covenant Christian. And it's amazing, Eric, how sometimes you have all of this hard play at the net, but literally sometimes it depends on which way gravity wants to fall.
Yeah, that was a back row attack there by Bella Dart, and it hit off the top of the blocker and landed down for a soft kill.
Schultz just pushing a little bit over the net there, and again, you have a net violation. Looks like maybe a double hit as well on Heritage Christian, and another point to Covenant. So a few unforced errors have certainly plagued the Eagles tonight. Soft serve from Dart. Doesn't quite make it there as she scanters off of the court, a little bit embarrassed with that one, but nonetheless the game goes on.
I think this is a good spot right now here, Kurt, for Heritage to maybe get some momentum. Covenant's not really that sharp here to start the second set. They're committing some errors.
Endress' serve, a soft one. And again, another attack that goes long. So that's about 3 or 4 attacks here, Eric, that we've talked about here, that things have gone a little bit awry here for Covenant Christian, and they're literally handing points to Heritage Christian in this one.
And I'm not sure why. I mean, they really didn't have that big of a problem in the first set. Perhaps their timing's just a little bit off so far to start this second set.
Exchanging it a little bit. Newport wanted the kill there. Instead, she thinks better of it. Scooting it over there is Lowry. There's the hard attack from Newport, and it just gets bumped out of play by Heritage Christian, and another lucky point to Covenant.
So again, there was an opportunity for Heritage to try and take the lead there. Could not do so, and Covenant will take the serve back here.
So a couple substitutions here, as you will see Shelby Olmstead take a seat after getting a few minutes, usually a JV player for Covenant Christian, and now you see Jellin get the serve and another ace for Covenant Christian.
Oh, good job by Katie Jellin, comes in cold off the bench and comes right in and gets a service ace.
Schultz puts that one down with authority. That's the first time we've actually seen Schultz wind up and crank it this time.
Yeah, that's right. The other kills for her were primarily tips, and that one she jumped way up above the net and got that one down for an easy kill.
So Amaya Lowry, again, had a breakout season a year ago. Has been quiet so far here this evening. She has the serve. Newport, a hard block at the net by Schultz, and they're going to call a net violation on Covenant Christian right there. So both teams saying neck and neck in game number 2. So Amaya Lowry, again, as we talked about, breakout year last year. She had 175 kills as a junior a year ago, and that one just gets tipped off of the hand. Looks like it may have been Jellin that may have gotten a pinky on that, and it goes down as an ace for Lowry.
And now Covenant Christian is taking the lead. Or excuse me, Heritage Christian's taking the lead.
So those are the first points scored tonight by Amaya Lowry as the dig goes back over the net, setting it up an opportunity for Heritage. Instead, a hard return there by Dart.
Great out.
A couple of big attacks here from Macy Ward. Setting her up again. This time it'll be from the backcourt, the libero Hickey, and instead it goes into the net with a 4-hit from Heritage.
Yeah, Hickey unable to get that ball back over the net there. 4 hits is called, as you said, Kurt, and now Covenant draws back even after Heritage had a chance maybe to build a little lead.
Danielle Newport now with the serve, and it sails out of bounds again, and Covenant Christian continuing to play long in this game.
Yeah, errors right now are really undoing Covenant Christian here in this second set and allowing Heritage to keep a lead right now, 1 point.
Hickey's serve returned out of play again by Bella Dart. That's now 6 unforced errors on Covenant Christian in this contest here for game number 2. Hickey nearly had an ace there. Instead, the lucky fall there for Covenant as Heritage Christian is unable to get some communication down, and they let that one fall to the ground.
And the kill off the dig, when I was watching Olympic coverage of beach volleyball, they called that the dill, the dig kill.
Is it speared or is it chipped? As you see the return go out of play there for Heritage Christian. Either way, Heritage Christian now found themselves in a little bit of a pickle a couple of plays ago as you now have it tied up again. Ooh, trying to get the quick shot there was Bella Winya, but just mistimed it a little bit and it falls down.
Mistiming a jump right there. And so Heritage with an error there and allows Covenant to take a 1 point lead.
As you said, timing is everything in this game. This time she gets it, but right there are Evie Dart with some help from, looks like it was Newport.
Yeah, big block right there. We talked about that as one of the keys tonight for Covenant. How successful would their block be? It really hasn't been that big of an impact so far, but it was there.
Other side, Ward with authority kills the rally there for Covenant Christian, and it cuts it back to a 1 point deficit. As we now have a couple more substitutions here. So once again, it'll be Katie McCloskey, the senior, getting the serve. So far, one ace so far this season, and now make it number 2.
As Bella Dart seemed unsure of herself on that serve reception right there, and a big error right there, and Heritage maintains its momentum here.
Nodder setting up Dart. Easily played there by Hickey, who sets up a big kill from Bella Winya. So I now have Bella Winya at 3 kills on the night. From the backcourt comes up Bella Dart. Now her 7th kill of the night, as Covenant Christian is finally starting to get in a little bit of an offensive rhythm here.
You see that replay right there. That was a fantastic angle there by Bella to paint that sideline on the far side.
Katie Nodder has definitely been the best serving player for Covenant this evening. Heritage unable to do anything with that return. And you give the kill there, I believe, to Bella Dart again. She had the last touch on that ball.
The barrow player there, Kendall Hickey for Heritage Christian, couldn't quite get there. Tried a terrific pancake dig, but unsuccessful.
Quick return there from Bella Winya. As you now see Winya getting a little bit into a more of an offensive mojo. She did not have a kill at all in the opening game.
And I think they're trying to get her a little bit more involved here in this second set here. I've got her with 3 kills here in this set.
Macy Ward with the serve. Dart can't get the kill to go down. Instead, it'll be Hickey, but there is a nifty block by the sophomore Evie Dart. What a heads-up play there by the youngster.
I believe it's her 2nd block here of this set.
And that would go down as a kill off the block.
Yep.
Endress with the return. And a hard attack there from Newport, but a nifty dig by Hickey. Dart setting up Newport again. And there once again is Hickey. Other side, Lowry trying to get her first kill of the night. Instead, it goes down in favor of Covenant.
Yeah, once again, mistiming there by Heritage Christian. Mistiming her jump there was Winya.
And now Covenant again has a 2-point advantage, as both teams playing each other very, very closely here. Bella Dart with the serve. Lowry with the easy floater on the return. And there was a big dig by Nodder. Keeping it alive is Heritage. There's Lowry, and her attack goes long out of play.
This is a point in time where Heritage has got to be careful here in this second set. They've been played well so far in the second set. Now Covenant has built a 3-point lead.
Nothing there from Winya. And Covenant abandons their attack as Winya tries it again. This time, a kill with some authority.
And Covenant really has not had any answer for Winya here in this second set in that middle. Most of the kills for her in this set have been right there in the middle of the floor.
So Bella Winya back with the serve again. She has 6 aces on the season coming into this game. She has 1 extra as well here tonight. Instead, it'll be a service error, and it goes out of play. So another point to Covenant. It's now a 3-point advantage for the Warriors. Here's Evie Dart. And trying to scoot it over there is McCloskey, and it definitely throws the defense out of sorts from the Warriors, and it results in points.
Smart play there by McCloskey. Instead of having to try and set that ball very tight to the net, she just went in and tipped it right over the net on second contact and got him a kill.
And another service error for the Eagles, this time by Endress.
And they can't afford those service errors at this point in time in this second set, because every one they commit, that allows Covenant an inch. We had another point closer to winning this second set.
And it seems to be what they did last time, too, where they kind of got down to the nitty-gritty of the set, and then they ended up starting to commit a few errors down the stretch, which actually ended up costing them. Hickey getting it back to Schultz. Nearly falls down for a point. Instead, Nodder is there to save it. This time, Schultz makes sure she finds an opening, and she hits it.
Paige Hickey, the libero player for Heritage Christian, just does a beautiful job in the back row and from the libero position, covering the middle of the floor. We talked about it in the open, coming in from her serve reception perspective this year. Only one error committed all season coming in. She's a great back row player.
Nodder keeping it in play, and what about that? Newport with the kill off of the bump over the net. And just a heads-up play there, catching the defense of Heritage off guard. So Newport with her third kill of the night. And again, Cook this time scooting it over the net. And there's a big kill off the block. Elena Schultz. She loves to play up on the net there, Eric.
Huge kill right there. Allows Heritage to stay in contact here now.
The attack from Brew doesn't go anywhere. And the return goes long from Caitlin Cook. And so now we have a timeout called by Heritage Christian. We'll take one with them back in a minute here on IndianaSRN. Well, it's been 3 years since Covenant Christian has been able to beat Heritage Christian in volleyball. Well, so far, Covenant Christian is looking poised to get their first win since 2016 against Heritage Christian tonight. Alongside Eric Eaton, I'm Kurt Darling, as Covenant Christian is trying to put the second set away, and it looks like they may be able to just do that here with just 2 points to go as they get a double hit error from Heritage Christian to extend it now to a 4-point advantage.
Heritage Christian, we talked about before, is the point in time in this second set they cannot commit errors.
Langford off the serve, scooting it over the net. There was Bella Winya. That was awfully close to a lift there, Eric.
Yeah, it looks like she might have mistimed her jump again, but she was able to get a piece of it and just got it over the net. Nobody home for Covenant, and that gives the point to Heritage Christian.
Kill number 6 for Winya. Still a 3-point deficit here for the Eagles. And there's Evie Dart trying to scoot it herself. Instead, it's easily defended. There's Ward with a hard attack. But responding there is Bella Darts. She has been a killing machine here tonight.
Well, she came on strong at the end of that opening set. She gets a kill right there for her 4th of the second set. And now that brings Covenant to set point.
And instead, Heritage is able to extend it just a little bit here as they cut it down to 3. Macy Ward again with the serve. She had 3 aces coming into the night. She has another one here tonight, so 4 on the season. Instead, the service error gives the point and the mat in the game to Heritage to Covenant Christian. So one more game to go here in this match, and Covenant Christian will look to put it away here. Come back in a minute on IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
So we got about a minute here until we get set number 3 underway, and Covenant Christian leading 2-0 on a team that they have not beaten in 3 years in Heritage Christian, who are certainly looking to try and make do with what they're able to get here. Of course, as we talked about Eric Eaton in the pregame, this is a Heritage Christian team that really lost a core of their talent. Of course, one of their players was Raven Colvin last year, who's now playing Division I volleyball up at Purdue.
Yeah, I mean, they had a tremendous 2-year reign, and they had a great core group of individuals, as you said. Graduated 10 seniors last year that led them to a state championship and then deep into the tournament last year.
And there's an ace to start game number 3 of this match. And once again, it is Katie Nodder, who now has notched her 5th ace of the night. She has nearly doubled up the number of aces she had coming into the night. She had 8 in the previous 7 games coming into this contest. Newport winds it up. Instead, it's well there, and there is a nifty return. Evie Darts gets another kill.
Overpass right there on that dig, and the big one-timer kill there by Evie Dart, unassisted kill.
Huge heads-up play there by the sophomore. And of course, if you're head coach Marlena Stroud, you certainly like to see that out of a young player like Dart. Older sister Bella Dart, this time her attack goes into the net, and that's the first point of the game here, of the set for Heritage Christian.
I think one of the big keys for Heritage Christian here in this 3rd set is they've got to cut down on those errors.
Nodder setting up Darts. Another kill in the books for her. So back-to-back kills for Evie Darts. Gives Covenant a 3-1 lead here in set number 3. Bella Dart with the serve. Instead, it will be a double hit violation, and once again, another one of those errors that you were talking about, Eric, that's plaguing Heritage Christian.
Yeah, they continue to do that here in this match here tonight, and that's one of the big reasons right now that Covenant's in control of this match, 2-0.
Ooh, and an error on the set. Puts it back over the net. But luckily, Heritage Christian's able to take advantage of a Covenant error on their own right. And now setting it up on the other side, Lowry can't get that one to fall as there's a big dig by Newport, but nevertheless, it just touches inside of the corner for a Heritage Christian point. So take a look at this. So you give the kill there. Looks like it's going to be Olivia Endress, her second of the night. Newport. Dig in the backcourt there by Winya. And Amaya Lowry has not been able to get any offensive pressure going here tonight. The only point that she has scored comes off of an ace. That was midway through the second set.
I'd like to see her get set a little bit closer to the net there. Maybe she had to jump too far back off the net there.
Lowry, again, can't connect. So a 4-point advantage now for Covenant Christian. As Covenant tries to get their 4th straight set victory this season. And another big ace, this time from Evie Dart. First ace of the night for her.
Yeah, a nice, well-rounded game for Evie Dart tonight. She's got a couple blocks in this match tonight. I think she's got 5 kills and a service ace right there.
Schultz playing the scoot ball again, and it works. So once again, a 4-point advantage for Covenant Christian. Heritage trying to keep the rally alive to keep this match alive. Newport, big dig from Hickey. Other side, Amaya Lowry still cannot connect as Newport's there for a big dig. And putting it away there, it looks like it is the freshman setter, Shelby Olmstead.
Nice kill there right off the block for her first kill in the match.
Of course, Olmstead listed on the JV squad for the majority of time, getting some varsity minutes here as the freshman. Amaya Lowry blocked at the net again. Schultz saves it, and the rally keeps going. Newport off the block from Schultz with an assist from Cook. So that's going to be Hannah Cook's first block of the night. Give that an assist block there, as you now have Amaya Lowry. Lowry just scoots the far sideline. Out of play is the return from Covenant Christian.
And Bella Dart a little long on that attack. Back row attack there by Bella. Sails long.
Lowry again. Serving deep into the court is Lowry as Newport puts it back over. Other side. And there is Macy Ward getting the kill off the block.
Good set there. Looked like a back set that time as Ward gets the kill.
Some precision setting there, and it's amazing how it can be it can be hard setting up a player from the other side of the court for a kill like that. Ward again. This time easily handled by Covenant. And Lowry this time is able to save it as some miscommunication on the offensive end from Heritage. There's a big dig on the other side from Cook. And just out of play. No, they're going to say, looks like they're going to say it was tipped just ever so slightly at the net. And so that's going to be a point to Covenant Christian.
Officials call a touch there. As Covenant has a 3-point lead now here in this third set.
Newport again with the serve. Macy Ward. And the libero there, Langford, able to put it back over. Back serve. Nice kill from Elena Schultz. There was a heads-up play there off of the reverse set back there. Looked like that was Hannah Cook setting up her teammate.
Yeah, Cook's had a couple of nice sets here of late here, off of some tough balls to set, and gotten her team some points.
And there is an ace. Look at that serve from Kendall Hickey. Almost like a change-up pitch in baseball.
And that's what you want a libero player to do, be able to get the serve in for an ace in the right time. She did there.
That's her 5th ace of the season. And there's a nifty block, this time from Bella Winya, with a little bit of help from Cook.
And once again, we see Covenant fighting back after they faced an early deficit again. The question is, they just have not been able to get over the hump once they've crawled back into the match.
Back and forth block. Ward tries to put it away. Instead, a one-handed dig by Newport. Other side, Ward again. This time has the opening. Heritage Christian takes the lead for the first time in this set.
Big time swing there by Ward, right up the line. No block on it, and Heritage is taking the lead, as Kurt said.
And another ace nearly coming down. No, Covenant Christian is able to save it. Right at the net there is Winya. Ward again, this time again. And Macy Ward, 3 points in a row for Heritage Christian, gives them a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, great trying to go off speed there because she had that previous kill, powerful kill. This time you go off speed and keep them guessing.
And Kendall Hickey's changeup serve right here is really throwing the offensive end off of its sink here for Covenant, and it results in more points. But this time it's going to be Covenant reaping the rewards.
Yeah, a tip kill right there, right in the front of the row. Nobody could get to it there for Heritage.
Oh, and an untimely service error there from the libero and Abby Langford. And you definitely don't want to commit a service error right there when Heritage is rolling right now.
Yeah, it gives them a little more momentum. They're feeling good right now. Think that they might be able to get a game here against Covenant and extend this match.
And an ace down in the books again for Katie McCloskey, her 2nd ace of the night. She only had 1 ace coming into this contest and now has literally tripled up her season total here tonight for offense. Evie Darts blocked at the net. Belladard also blocked at the net. It goes out of play, but it's a point for Covenant Christian.
Winya couldn't keep it in play off the block there, block attempt. And another kill there for Dart.
And a pretty big break here for Covenant Christian as they need to try and break the rally of Heritage Christian. As you see Shelby Olmstead check back into the ball game, and Langford unable to connect on the dig there, and the kill in the books for Heritage.
Now Winya with that kill.
So Winya now with 7 kills on the night according to my stat sheet. And an ace along the sideline for Macy Ward. So Macy Ward has accounted now for 6 of the 15 points scored in this set for Heritage.
She's having a tremendous set. She's come alive, and so is the team as they lead by 4.
Ward puts it back in play. Shelby Olmstead sets it into the net, is blocked, and putting it down, making sure it goes down is Bella Winya. Give her another kill.
I think they might have called a net violation there.
And indeed they did. That was kind of a late whistle there on the officials, so give the serve back to Covenant Christian. Lowry can't connect again. Evie Dart puts it through the block attempt there from Winya. So another kill for Evie Dart, who has also had as you mentioned, a well-rounded game there, Eric. And there is an ace just catching the inside corner. What a serve there from Bella Dart.
That was, if you take a look at the replay right here, just a picture-perfect serve. Served it right up the sideline and just got it in the corner.
And believe it or not here, Eric, that is the first point that Bella Dart tonight has scored that is not an ace. And there's Newport with the kill. And I misspoke right there. That's the first point that she has scored that's not a kill. That is her first ace of the night. And give another ace to Bella Dart. And just like that, Bella Dart fueling a 4-point rally to give Covenant the lead as Heritage Christian looked like they might be poised to steal a set in this match. 3 aces on this rally for Bella Dart. Timeout, Heritage Christian. We'll take a break with them. Back in a minute here on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Covenant Christian here in the middle of a 5-point rally on the heels of Bella Dart, who has 3 aces on this one alone. Alongside Eric Eaton, I'm Kurt Darling. As we enter into the latter part of this set, Covenant Christian trying to put this match away. As Ava Lowry tips it up and give the point to Covenant Christian as it goes out of play.
Assistant coach for Covenant Christian over there with the clipboard is calling out these serves where the players, she wants the players to hit the serve, and they are executing right now on these serves.
Just slipping it over the net there is McCloskey. Newport tries to put it away with authority. Instead, it falls on the Heritage side of the net. And another point for Covenant Christian. So Covenant has also, they've been benefiting from their own offense, but they have definitely been catching some good breaks here in this match.
They're on a real roll right now, particularly with their serving.
Guess what? Bella Dart. Quadruple aces on this rally alone. This is now an 8-point swing for Covenant Christian and another timeout called on the floor. So we only have about a few points left to go here in this third set as Covenant Christian is in the middle of an 8-point rally, and it finally gets broken by Winya, putting it down for another kill. Once again,
Winya, third kill in this game for Winya. Keeps them alive a little bit here, down by 4.
That's Eric Eaton. I'm Kurt Darling as we continue on with competition here as Heritage Christian with the serve, Bella Winya. Lowry again can't connect, and it's going to be a 4-hit as it could not get over the net, and another untimely error from Heritage Christian gives Covenant the opportunity to put this one away.
And the way they've been serving of late right now, they certainly are capable of running off 4 points in a row here.
Lowry tries to get a kill. Instead, it goes up into the rafters. Schultz this time. Again, can't connect. Newport puts it back over. Oh, and just a lapse of judgment right there for McCloskey, putting it into the net and costing a point.
And she tried to set that ball over the net on second contact, and when you're down by 5 points at that point, or actually 3 points at that, 4 points at that point, probably should have set up a hitter.
And she does just that as Lowry finally gets a kill for the first time this evening as we have a couple substitutions coming in. And, you know, that's the big stat right there, Eric, is the fact that Amaya Lowry, she had 26 kills coming into the night. She was the leading killer coming back from last year's squad. Not exactly showing a lot of offensive prowess this evening.
Yeah, she just seems like her timing's been off tonight.
Langford puts it back over. Schultz puts it down. Keeps the Eagles within 4.
But again, you got to be impressed with the resiliency of the Eagles, the way they have just continued to fight back in each of these sets here, facing deficits, and have made it very competitive.
And as you talked about, it's just the Eagles look like they have what it takes to be a good team. If they just can't exactly shore up some of the errors or catch some good breaks. And it just sails long on the service. And another point to Covenant. So now you'll have Katie Jellin back into the lineup for Covenant, and she will take the serve.
It's been kind of a serving specialist tonight for the Warriors.
2 points to the win here for Covenant. Nodder nearly sets up Brew, and it's nearly put down. Newport can't get that one to go, and Covenant lets one fall, and Heritage Christian cuts it back to a 4-point deficit.
Schultz, I've got her for now 3 kills here in this third set.
8 overall on the night. Newport can't penetrate the block. And there's Dart. She puts it into the net as well. So Covenant Christian letting Heritage kind of stick around here. They just need 2 points to put this match away. Amaya Lowry with it now. Lowry just scoots it over the net, and that's going to be an ace for Lowry.
And not a good pass off of that serve, and Nodder tried to tip that set over the net and couldn't do it.
And it's certainly amazing how tough this serve is to defend, because you don't know if it's going backcourt or front court. Lowry again. This time puts it into the backcourt. Nodder to Newport. Can't connect. Ward. Hard block there by Dart. Puts it down and give the kill to Sarah Brew with a little bit of help.
I think we talked about in the open, Brew last year averaged about 2 blocks a match. I think that was her first of the night, but it comes at a great time to give them match points.
Yeah, Sarah Brew has been very quiet tonight, but she gets a kill, her 5th of the season. Match point here as Nodder nearly puts it over. Ward returns. Langford putting it over Dart. Back again, keeping it alive, and Heritage Christian still has some life left as Covenant can't formulate some offense to get it back.
Sneaky play there to just dump that ball over on second contact right there to keep the Eagles alive.
And now the Eagles have their serving specialist in Hickey on the serve. Ooh. Just out of play there. And
Bella wants a touch called.
And the officials are not having any of it right there as a timeout is called by Covenant Christian. We'll take a timeout. Back in a minute on IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
Kendall Hickey serving match point here between Heritage Christian and Covenant Christian. Covenant can put this one away. On the hard return. And what's the call? They're going to say it was out as the line judge there looked like she was on the fence there for that call. Instead, it's going to knot things up here at 24 all.
Yeah, you got to win by 2.
And there's 1 point as Kendall Hickey with a rare service error and an untimely time there. It's now 25-24. Match point for Covenant Christian. You have to win by 2, as Eric said. Langford puts it in play. Instead, Bellawinia is able to keep this match alive.
That's exactly what they wanted to do right now in a situation where you had to win by 2 in the situation, get the side out right there, and they did, and get the serve back.
And that's the one thing in this situation here, Eric, is not only can you be given a point, but then you have to earn the point afterwards in order to put the game away.
Can they score on their own serve and steal this third set?
McCloskey puts it in play now for the Eagles. Dart nearly scoots it over. Ward. Big dig by Langford. Nodder has the block. Instead, Langford again with the return. Dart puts it in play. No, it touched the antenna. It's out of play, and now advantage to Heritage Christian. As you take a look at it here, it touches the antenna. That keeps it out of play, and a timeout called by Heritage Christian here as Kyla Thomas wants to talk things over with her squad. So, Eric Eaton, what do you tell your team here now as you're up by 1 point after being down most of this game?
Well, I think first of all, they're going to probably point out the area that they want to serve at. Would be the number one thing that they talk about in that huddle. Then after that, they want to get, if it gets returned, they want to make sure they're in the right place defensively where they could still have an opportunity off a defensive play to still win this set.
So it'll be interesting to see here as Heritage has their game plan pretty much formulated, as Marlena Stroud taking up the extra time here to make sure that her players are able to put this one away. And how do you feel here if you're Covenant? You are up by you had an 8-point rally looking towards putting this match away, and now you let Heritage back in it. McCloskey slipping it over the net there. A heads-up play by Katie Nodder. She took a little bit of a risk with that one there, Eric.
Yeah, just a little tip drill there. Tipped it right over the net on second instead of setting up a hitter there, and that draws the team back even off the side out.
It'll now be Nodder to put it in play. Winya can't get the scoot that time. Dart tries it herself. Instead, blocked back down there by Olivia Endress, and the junior has had a pretty big night for Heritage. As Carly Minatel will take a seat. She's certainly fired up. Macy Ward Long serve and an untimely service error yet again for Heritage Christian. And once again, we're knotted back up at 27 all.
I love extra point volleyball because it's back like in the old days where you had to score off of your own serve. And that's the way it is right now. You got to score off your serve if you want to win this set.
Exactly. Lowry misses on that one. It gets tipped out of play. And advantage yet again to Heritage Christian. So that's a technical kill there for Amaya Lowry, even though it looked like she pretty much missed on that return. Ward. Correction, that was Winya. Newport puts it into the rafters. It still stays in play. Endress saves it for Heritage. And Newport abandons the attack. Schultz tries to scoot it. This time, Newport again on the hard return. And Lowry is there. This time, Newport able to put some juice on that. It goes out of play, and we are tied up yet again.
Lengthy rally there. As Kurt said, the ball got into the rafters at one point. Heritage played it out of the rafters. As long as the ball is on your side of the floor, you can play it out of the rafters.
Score off your own serve now as Darts sends it long.
And you're seeing right now how difficult it is to actually score off of your own serve with the pressure on.
It's like, yeah, it's one thing to rally in the middle of a game, but now when you actually have to do it, it's a whole different ball game. Olivia Endress puts it in play. Nodder. Newport! Right along the line! Ties it up again. Take a look at the juice on this one. Just catches the outside of the line right there to get the point.
This would be where an ace would be huge.
Oh, and it's going to be a point for Covenant Christian as Amaya Lowry got into the net there.
Yeah, they just got a little out of sync there, Heritage Christian did, and the ball got into the net, so here's match point.
Jelen trying to put it away for Covenant. Lowry. Big dig to save it there by Nodder. Newport just bumps it over the net. Setting up Schultz. Nodder. Newport. Nothing there. Lowry with the kill. Wow. What a tip by Amaya Lowry to save it for Heritage Christian.
Tremendous tip right there to keep this ball game alive.
And correction, that was actually Hannah Cook. Give the kill to the sophomore. Either way, Lowry now to serve it again. Got to get it back over if you're Covenant, and they do so. Schultz blocked at the net. Cook can't put it away. Newport off the block from Schultz. Nodder again, this time puts it over. Cross court to Ward. Block doesn't go for Covenant. Advantage Heritage once again. Eric, we have literally gone back and forth with the advantage in this one.
Yeah, it's been side out after side out really here in the extra points. A marathon third set.
Lowry serving match point again. Newport puts some meat on it. Goes out of play. Tie ball game again. And Danielle Newport has certainly been able to come up with a few clutch plays here to keep Covenant in this one.
A couple big kills of late here, and she's going to back to serve.
No aces tonight for Danielle Newport. She has 4 on the season. Cross court to Ward, and the kill goes down for Ward as Newport unable to go down for the dig.
Yeah, Ward seems to like that sideline, that far sideline right at the line. She's had quite a bit of success with that play.
So 5 kills for Ward in this set. Dart can't connect on that one. abandoning it. Going up, nothing there. Set to Heritage Christian. We go to a fourth set as Covenant Christian unable to put this match away. Set 4 coming at you next on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the expressed written consent of the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. Well, alongside Eric Eaton, I'm Kurt Darling, and Eric, it looked like we may be cruising to a straight set victory here for Covenant Christian. Well, Heritage Christian is able to hang on in a 33-31 extra point volleyball game there in, of course, set number 3, and now we go to a fourth set.
All right, everybody had to catch their breath a little bit after that one. Tremendous third set, 33-31, Heritage Christian pulls it out. You know, sometimes there's such a fine line sometimes between winning and losing, and Heritage Christian had been walking that fine line so far this year, struggling to find a way to prevail, and they finally found a way to pull one out there. So we'll see if that lights a fire under them, gives them some confidence now here.
Of course, now, if you're Coach Marlena Stroud, you're kind of lighting a fire under your team right there, because they literally had the match in hand, and they let it slip away from them.
Yeah, so, but they still know that they're in control here. They're still up a set.
And so nearly a return there, and it is returned by Heritage Christian. They come away with the points after nearly losing it out of play, and a good start for the Eagles here on this one. As you see that right there, back in play from McCloskey. Dart unable to penetrate the block there, and Heritage Christian seems to be playing with a little bit of pep in their step here to start this fourth set. As you now see Katie Notter get ready for the serve. And nearly slipping it over there was Winya. Instead, there was a hard return by Newport from the backcourt.
Yeah, beautiful back row attack there by Newport. She was a back row player. Has got to stay behind the 10-foot line there and put it down for a kill.
Now instead, it's a service error there from Nodder. Kills the rally, and it stays at 2 apiece. And so now you have Macy Ward, 2 aces tonight. Instead, a service error. An advantage here to Covenant Christian after they went down by a couple points early. And so now you see Bella Dart, who had a heck of a rally in that third set, putting 3 aces on the floor. But it was all for naught as they lost the set. Amaya Lowry can't catch the end line. Instead, it goes out of play and a point to Covenant.
Well, we thought she had a couple nice kills as we got into extra points there of that third set. Perhaps her timing issues had been worked out, but not there, headed out of bounds.
Again, Amaya Lowry, only 2 aces and 2 kills tonight. Has been one of their offensive weapons so far this year. And Evie Dart is able to find the tip there off of Endress, and it's now a 5-2 advantage Covenant. And so once again, it's a 3-point rally on the heels of Bella Dart serving. Seems whenever she's serving here tonight, Eric, they're able to get at least some sort of a rally going.
And they've done a good job off her serve for sure.
Newport. Nothing there. Lowry tries to return. Langford to Newport again. Just out of play. Right idea, just a little bit too far.
Yeah, big side out there by Heritage Christian. Had the Covenant came away with that point, Coach Thomas may have had to come with a timeout.
Bellawinya with a good serve into the back row, and Newport puts it into the net there, and another point back to Heritage. So Winya continuing with the serve. She has only 1 ace tonight, along with a plethora of kills. Newport finds an opening and takes advantage of it.
Second kill for her in this 4th set. Went off speed on that one.
And so far for Newport, I have her at 7 kills on the match overall. Schultz tries to scoot it, nothing there. Back to Lowry, no, that's actually Endress. And a dig there by Nodder. Newport gets the kill yet again. So Danielle Newport, the junior, who was the leading killer from last year as a sophomore on the team.
Uncharacteristic there that Hickey would not be able to get that dig, but she was not able to.
Nearly an ace there from Dart. Instead, comes back over to Covenant. And just going out of play there as the freshman Olmstead couldn't quite get enough lift on that one to make it fall. Of course, Olmstead, the freshman, standing 5'6". Sarah Brew can't get that one to fall. Lowry off of the block, and it converts from Sarah Brew along with some help from Danielle Newport. So that'll be Newport's first assisted block of the night. As you see a couple substitutions once again here from Caitlin Cook. Hannah Cook off of Schultz. She punches it over. Newport with the block. Doesn't fall. It falls on the other side of the net. And it's a point to Covenant.
Right off the block and just fell harmlessly on the other side of the net for Newport.
That was awfully close. Katie Gillen now. Lowry pushes it over. Langford to Newport again. Again, a big break off of the block. That's the same thing that's happened twice now for Newport. A 10-5 advantage. Once again, we're playing to 25 points here in set number 4, barring a win by 2. Schultz blocked at the net there by Sarah Brew.
The second block of the evening for Brew as we get a timeout on the floor.
Timeout. And we'll keep it here on IndianaSRN alongside Eric Eaton. I'm Kurt Darling as we kind of catch our breath here in the middle of this 4th set. Just, you see Covenant Christian catching a few more breaks here as Heritage Christian is just unable to convert on times when they really need to.
Yeah, it looks like right now that Covenant's been running its offense through Danielle Newport, and it's been producing some kills. I mean, they've kind of been soft kills, rather. They've been right off the block and landing harmlessly just right over the net, but it's been effective, and it's got them a 6-point lead.
Of course, we'd like to say hi to Grandma Brew, who is watching tonight's broadcast here on IndianaSRN. Sarah Brew, your granddaughter there, has got 2 kills and 2 blocks tonight as a junior, so she's having a good night so far.
So the question is now for Heritage Christian, can they respond yet again? It seems like every time they've been down in this match, they've made a big rally to get themselves back in contention.
So Katie Gillen continues the serve, a sophomore. 3 aces on the season, 1 of those coming here tonight. Into the back row again as Heritage Christian just falls apart on the return there. Hannah Cook had to come up and try and save something there as Macy Ward couldn't come up to the net there to try and get some more oomph on it.
It's like Brew and Nodder up there on that block for the Warriors.
Gillen keeps the serve going. Lowry gets a tip at the net there from Brew. Newport converts.
Well, they're going to her time and time again now here in this 4th set. I've got her unofficially with 5 kills here in this set.
That's now doubling up on the amount of kills that she has had all night long. And again, the offense just falls apart there for Heritage Christian as the set a little too close to the net from Cook. This is now the largest lead of the night in any set so far by either team at 9 points. Lowry gets a really good connection, but a big dig in the backcourt there by Gillen. Nodder trying to push it over there was Brew, and it just again falls apart for Covenant Christian. Still a pretty good rally there for Covenant to give yourselves a little bit of a cushion going into the latter part of the set as the officials converse.
Looked like Schultz got the kill there if it stands.
We may see what they call. They may be calling it into the. If they call a net violation here by Schultz, it'll be a point to Covenant Christian, thus keeping the rally alive. That seems to be what's being debated here, and it is going to be a net violation and a point to Covenant Christian, and a lot of the Heritage Christian faithful on hand here tonight don't like that call.
That's a big break for Covenant. Gives them a big 10-point lead.
So the serve continues here for Gillen. Schultz blocked there at the net. Ward just kind of lazily puts that one into the net, and another point to Covenant.
And I think maybe that net violation might have taken a little air out of their sail right there. They don't seem quite as much pep in their step out there right now.
Can certainly understand how a call would do that. Gillen this time puts the serve long.
But an error right there certainly can get them re-enthused.
And once again, it's Amaya Lowry back to try and serve. 2 aces tonight, 3 on the season. Nodder setting up Newport. There's a kill for Newport. Macy Ward couldn't come away with the dig there.
And the Eagles just haven't had any answer for her defensively here in this fourth set.
Her technique just looks really, really good on those kills.
Hitting it right off the hands of the blockers.
Cook has to put it over the net. And now Dart tries to get a kill of her own, and she does so. Bella Dart has been quiet in this set after having a big set number 3 and a timeout called by Heritage Christian. Back in a minute here on Indiana SRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Well, the offense has been rolling through Danielle Newport, and now she has the serve. But not for long, as Schultz is able to get it back for Heritage Christian, cutting it back now to an 11-point deficit for the Eagles.
And now they're going to need some good serving out of Kendall Hickey right here. See if they can get him back in this set.
Hickey's serve has been tough tonight, and look at that play. A heads-up push from Katie Notter.
Yeah, very sneaky play right there. Just tipped it right over the net on second contact. 19-7 now.
And she's been able to do that a couple times tonight at very opportune moments. Macy Ward gives the kill to her as the block just slips through the hands of Covenant. And Macy Ward, like Danielle Newport on the other side, has really been able to find a lot of rhythm at points here tonight.
Yeah, these last two sets, particularly for Ward, 6 kills and a service ace here in these last 2 sets.
Notter punches it over. Ward has another kill opportunity, nothing there. Dart floats it over. Hickey setting up Ward. What a shot there from Hickey. Into the rafters, the ball goes for Covenant, and they just have to put it back over. Big kill there from Bellawinia.
What all set that up was on the previous possession there before they get the kill. What a great bump set by Kendall Hickey. Cross-court bumps. They did not get the kill off that. The ball got into the rafters, and Covenant saved it, but then eventually Heritage does get the point.
Once again, just shows you how good of a backcourt player is Kendall Hickey. And the scooter gets it to fall there. Looks like that either was Notter or Bella Dart. It looked like it was Notter who got the push on that one. And now it'll be Katie Notter again. She has 5 aces tonight, but this time again, back-to-back service errors for her as we go back again here.
Tried to come with a jump serve right there and floated it out of bounds.
Big dig there. Just out of play, it goes. And so the scoreboard showing 20-10 here, but we have it 20-11. We'll see. We'll check that. Covenant puts it in play. Lowry can't get the kill there. Covenant fighting to keep it in play. They do so. Nice dig there by Notter. And Lowry able to keep it in play. Danielle Newport, and there's a net violation, so no kill there for Newport, but a violation point gives Covenant an advantage.
Covenant playing really, really good volleyball here in this fourth set, closing in on winning this match.
Lowry serving it in. Newport, big dig from Hickey. Lowry again trying. And Langford has had her number all night long. It goes out of play though, so that will be an official kill for Amaya Lowry. But it just seems, Eric, every time that Lowry tries to set up for a kill, Langford has been right there for the big dig.
Right, every time her timing has been on, somebody has been there, as you said, with the big dig. That time it was Langford.
10-point deficit now for the Eagles. And another service error for Bellawinia.
Heads up play by Langford to step out of the way on that back row there, recognizing that ball was going to go long.
Evie Dart puts it in play. 3 points. All Covenant needs to put this one away. And there's a heads-up play from Sarah Brew, gets a kill. Just kind of a comparable basketball hook shot right there to put it in, put it down.
Yep, that's a good way of describing it right there. As Covenant now getting close to wrapping this thing up.
Schultz gets blocked. There's Brew again. This time Cook has to put it over. Blocked over. McCloskey finds Lowry. There's a kill for Lowry. So Heritage Christian still showing some signs of life here. Remember, it was 23 to about maybe 17 or 16 last game, and Heritage was able to rally back and win it. And a little bit too much of a wind-up there from Newport. She got all of that ball.
Not able to snap the wrist down that time to keep it in play. See if Heritage can continue the rally here.
10-point deficit. Newport this time tries to put it down. It's blocked at the net. Newport blocked out of bounds. Point to Covenant Christian.
And Newport's success tonight, Kurt, has pretty much been when she's able to get it off those hitters' hands, those blockers' hands. That's where she's gotten the majority of her kills tonight. It's not been the power to slam it down to the floor kills.
Trust me, you don't need to tell me. She definitely does not lack in power to do that. Match point here from Jelen. Newport puts it down! Danielle Newport has had a heck of a set 4 and puts the match away for Covenant Christian. And they defeat Heritage Christian in Circle City Conference play for the first time since 2016.
Well, just as we said, we hadn't really seen one of those pound it down to the ground kills by Newport tonight. Most of them have been off the block. There she ends the match on one.
Better late than never, right? Definitely a good match there, as once again Covenant Christian moving back to 500 on the season. Moving to 4-4 on the year. It is also Marlena Stroud's 4th win as a head coach. They move now to 1-1 in conference play. Of course, having played Heritage Christian earlier on in the season, that was during tournament play, so that did not go down as a conference win for them in that regard. Nevertheless, Eric Eaton, another solid win here for Covenant Christian tonight, as they now will take no time off. They're back in action on the road here tomorrow night against Speedway at 6:30.
Yeah, that'll be a big west side of Indianapolis rivalry between the two schools, Covenant Christian and Speedway. But, you know, I think the victory here for Covenant perhaps was a wake-up call for them of sorts in after they dropped that third set. Perhaps Coach Stroud give the players credit. They huddled up there and said, hey, we're still in control of this thing. Let's come out and play great volleyball in this fourth set. They did, and they dominated that fourth set en route to victory.
Now for Heritage Christian, you take another loss, moving now to 1-6 on the year. A very unfamiliar sight for this particular squad, but they now have to take a rest night, and then they are back home over on the northeast side of Indianapolis against Heron.
Yeah, and we'll have that broadcast for you right here on IndianaSRN on Thursday night as well. But they are showing some strides here these last two nights of being very, very competitive and closing in on perhaps getting a victory here. So they just want to continue to try and take another step forward on Thursday night's match against Heron.
You can catch that game right here on IndianaSRN on Thursday night. Heritage Christian back at home against Heron. Well, Eric Eaton, once again, it's been a pleasure working with you, my friend.
Likewise.
For all of us here at IndianaSRN, for Nick on the camera and Jerry Collins, our on-site engineer, for Eric Eaton, I'm Kurt Darling saying so long till next time. You have been watching IHSAA volleyball coverage here on IndianaSRN. So long, everybody.